flow is going to be a Vinyasa flow. So Vinyasa means flowing through continuously with your breath. There is going to be a few more challenging elements to this flow, but as always, take what you need from your practice. I'm just here to simply guide you. If at any point you need to pause the video and just stop, it's not a problem, feel free to do that. Or if you need to take a moment, find your child's pose and just breathe, and then you can come back to it. That is the real beauty of yoga. It is all about you and your time and your journey on your mat and finding what works for you. So we're actually going to start with a few rounds of cat and cow. So come all the way over onto your all fours for me. Tucking under the toes if you need to relieve any pressure through the knees. Taking an inhale, drop the belly, send the chest through, lift your eye gaze. Exhale, round the chest, tuck the chin, and pressing through the palms. Inhale, arching your spine, looking up. Exhale, rounding your spine, look down. Inhale, arch your spine, looking up. And exhale, round the spine, look down. Once more through. Inhale, arch the spine, look up. And exhale, round the spine, look down. And then coming back to neutral, just start to rock your body weight forwards. And then rock the body weight back. So we're warming up now through the wrists. Being really gentle and mindful of the body, of how this movement feels. Keep that connection. Coming back to neutral, turning the fingertips so they come towards the outside edge of your yoga mat. We're going to rock from side to side. Coming back to neutral now, turning the fingertips to face towards the body. It doesn't matter if you can't get the fingertips all the way around. It's just about finding a nice gentle stretch here. You can also do one wrist at a time. And then when you found that stretch, just rocking forwards nice and slowly and rocking back. So we're just taking the wrists in a nice 3D motion, making sure they're all warm and ready for our flow. If you're just taking one wrist at a time, switching sides now for me. And then coming back to neutral, release the wrists, sink the hips back towards the heels and take the wrists in circular motions. So just finding one direction and then the other direction. Now bringing the hands out in front, keep clenching the fists, and then we're just going to spread the fingers, really shoot them out nice and wide, feel that energy. Once more. Now turning the palms so they face upwards, bring the fingertips on top of the shoulders, take shoulder circles. So start by bringing the elbows back. As you exhale, the elbows come close together. And then switching the direction for me, so taking the elbows forwards and then back. and then release. Give all the arms like you've got more than two. Give both of the arms a nice shake out, everything a wiggle. And come back over onto your tabletop position. Tucking underneath the toes, pressing through the palms nice and evenly, and send your tailbone all the way up towards the ceiling into your first downward facing dog. So either keeping your downward dog static with the legs out long or bending your knees, or feel free to walk your dog. So dropping one heel down and then the next. On your next inhale, lifting the heels, and exhale, drop the heels down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release the heels. Once more time, inhale. And exhale. On your inhale, walk the feet towards your hands, all the way up to the top of your yoga mat. Finding a forward fold, so knees can stay bent or you can start to lengthen the legs. Relax the body down, keep lifting the navel towards the spine. Inhale and slowly rise all the way to Tadasana or your mountain. Coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, really rolling up through the spine. As you exhale, relax the shoulders back, palms facing forwards. Inhale, circle the arms over the head, join the palms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, circle. Exhale, finding a forward fold, hands through the heart center, fingertips to your mat. Inhale, flat back, hands meet the shins, keep pressing the tailbone, tuck your chin to the chest. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back to your plank position. We're going to flow through the vinyasa. So we drop all the way down, so through chaturanga, chest to mat. As you inhale, you find your upward facing dog. So the thighs come away from the mat. Keep squeezing the butt. Now upward dog is not an option. Take your cobra. So keep squeezing the butt, but keep relaxing those thighs and grounding them into your mat. Either option is a really beautiful option. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Let's flow through Vinyasa 2 more times. Inhale, roll forwards. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips. Last time, inhale, flow forwards. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the feet all the way through. Coming to find a seated position on your mat and then coming all the way down into a supine position. So all the way onto the back of your mat. We're going to lift the legs up nice and high and then flex the feet. So imagining you've got something that's balancing on the soles of your feet, you can't let it drop. So the arms stay out nice and long. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, finding happy baby. Catch hold of the inside edge of the feet. Press the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and then draw the knees down past the side of the body. For some people, it can feel quite nice here to rock from side to side. You really massage the spine. Slowly bringing the knees back together. Extend the legs up nice and long. One more breath here. And when you're ready, rolling yourself all the way up. Pressing the palms down onto the mat, step back into your plank position. Flow through your chaturanga on your exhale. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll through to high plank, finding your upward facing dog. Exhale, tucking your toes and pressing back. So we're really kind of worming, wiggling through the spine. Inhale, roll through. Find upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale once more. Inhale. Exhale. And hold your downward facing dog. So we're going to start by lifting the left leg nice and high into three-legged dog. We're going to allow the hip to open. The real challenge here is to then press evenly through both of the palms. So you try and keep those shoulders as square as possible. We've got a couple of options. So you can stay with your three-legged dog, or you can start to deepen that stretch, really deepen that opening through the hip by bending your top knee. So you start to send your left heel over towards the right butt. Those of you that have got Wild Thing in your yoga practice already, feel free to take it there. If you want to try Wild Thing, start to bring your weight over to the right hand side of the body. Bring your left foot behind the body and then press the hips nice and high. So it can feel like a little bit of a daunting asana, but it's really beautiful for the back, for the chest. And then slowly shifting the weight all the way into your right hand. You can place both hands back down onto your mat to transition. And then bringing the legs together so they stack over one another for your side plank, lifting your left arm. This is too challenging. Drop the bottom leg underneath and then keep pressing through your hips. Both are really beautiful options. Slowly bringing your left palm back down onto your mat, pivoting the feet so then you end up back in your downward facing dog, pressing your tailbone high. Let's take it to the other side. Your right leg extends nice and high to three-legged dog. Either staying here or bending the knee so the right heel comes towards the left butt. If you would like to take Wild Thing, start to shift the body weight over and open up through the chest. If you're in Wild Thing, bringing the back leg all the way up towards your left into your side plank, nice and slowly. Knowing that you can drop underneath that leg, keep pressing your hips. If you're in your side plank, pivoting the right palm back down onto your mat, evenly pressing through, lifting your hips, and we'll all meet back in our downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, roll through to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot between the hands. Exhale, grounding down through your left knee, lift the chest. Now placing both palms on top of your right thigh, really pressing those hips forwards and down. Then see if you can grow really tall through the spine, all the way to the crown of the head. And shall we add a quad stretch here? So picking up your left foot or your left leg, take your left hand over to the foot and see if you can ease it towards the butt. That doesn't feel good, release it and stay with the lunge. So this is also challenging the balance. And then when you found quite a comfortable stretch, or you feel quite centered and secure in your asana, see if you can turn the shoulders to face towards the front. Gently releasing the left leg behind, taking the fingertips down onto your mat, lift your hips, find your half split. So the hips come back towards your left heel and your right foot flexes. Pressing forward into your low lunge. Coming back into your half split, exhale. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Press the palms either side of your right foot, tuck underneath your left toes, pressing back into your plank position. So take these transitions in your own pace, your own time. Exhale as you come through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, or maybe your cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps between the hands. Exhale, grounding your right knee, lift up through the chest. Taking both of the hands up onto your left thigh, really lifting, creating that space within the ribs. And adding that quad stretch, so catching hold of your right foot this time, easing the foot towards the butt, and seeing if you can square your shoulders. If you can't, don't worry. Gently releasing the right leg. Take the hands either side of your left foot. Take a breath in. Exhale, finding half split. Hips come back towards your right heel and your left foot flexes this time. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Hold it here. And then pressing the palms either side of your left foot. Again, transitioning into your plank position in your own time, your own way. Lower through chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, take a nice energizing deep breath in as you find upward dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll through to high plank. Bringing your right knee across to your left elbow. Back over to the right elbow, and then landing the leg. Flow through your vinyasa. So lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward dog. So we're going to repeat this sequence on the left side. Inhale to high plank. Keep bracing the core. Lifting your left knee to the left elbow, across to the right, back to your high plank, and flow through vinyasa, chaturanga, upward dog or cobra, and exhale, tucking the toes, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. How are you all feeling? Remember, you can take your child's pose at any point within the practice. I'm just here to guide you and just to allow you to keep finding that connection and that trust with your own body. So we're going to take that sequence through one more time. Inhale to high plank, roll through your spine. Lifting the right knee, take the right knee to the right elbow, across to the left, and back to plank. Flow through vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, roll through. Taking your left knee to left elbow, across to the right, back to your plank, flow through your vinyasa. And then dropping all the way down onto your knees, finding your child's pose, soles of the feet together, Knees out nice and wide and arms out long. And then just walking the hands over to the right hand side, breathing down into your left hip. So you should start to feel that stretch coming from the left hip all the way up to the right arm here. For some of you, it might feel quite nice to rock the hips from side to side. Don't ever be afraid to take any movement. Walking the hands back through the center and taking them all the way over to the left hand side this time. So this time breathing into your right hip. Walking your hands back through the center, coming all the way down onto the front of your body, finding your upward facing dog or your cobra, and then resting the legs down, relax the chest all the way down. So we're going to take a bow pose, or for some of you, half bow is going to be a good option. So if you're going to take your half bow, bring both of the hands out nice and long in front, and then take one hand to one ankle. Flex the foot just to protect the ankle here. Squeezing the butt, inhale, pressing the foot or the ankle into the palm. So you start to find some length and some height. So half bow might be a really good option. For those of you that are a little bit further within your own yoga practice, take your full bow. So both hands come to the ankles. Keep flexing the feet. Inhale and lift. So naturally we hold the breath here, but we don't want to do that. So take a really nice energizing, releasing breath and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, gently releasing down, pressing back into your child's pose, a really beautiful counter stretch, releasing the spine. Now this time in your child's pose, the arms can either stay out long or you can bring them down the side of the body. It's totally up to you. On your next inhale, coming all the way up onto your all fours on your tabletop position, tapping underneath the toes, lift your hips nice and high, downward facing dog. Inhale, flow through to your high plank. Exhale, release an energizing breath into chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping your right foot between the hands, staying in a nice high lunge here. So really pressing into the heel of your left foot. Engage the quads. Sweep the arms over the head when you're ready. Warrior one variation. Relax the shoulders. Take a nice long elongating breath in. Find length. Exhale, sinking low, bending both of the knees. Draw the arms out to the side into your cactus so you squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, lifting back to your high lunge. Exhale, bending both knees. Inhale, lift. Keep spreading the fingers. Exhale, lower. How are you feeling? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Hold it here. Really feel that firing up in the legs. Taking the hands down onto your mat. Walk both hands to the inside edge of your right foot, grounding your left heel, and then walking the hands to the center. So now just pivoting that right heel so both of the toes face forwards. And just relaxing into a nice wide leg forward fold. Arms can either be out long or they can be in line with the heels. Keep on keeping the lower body super active and engaged. So squeezing the thighs towards each other, pressing into the outside edge of both of the feet. We're going to take 5 rounds of Skandasana. So walking the hands over to the right hand side, bending through the right knee, and then lifting the left toe. So you come up onto the heel. You might only want to keep both of the hands planted onto your mat, or if you're a little bit further within your practice, take the palms together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, find length. Exhale, pressing the hands down onto your mat, lifting the hips and then walking it all the way over to the left hand side. So same again, bending your left knee, sink the hips down, and then peel the right toes away from your mat. Hands on your mat or palms together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down, lift the hips, walk it back over to the right hand side. Exactly the same. Now one more option for those of you that would like to take it there. Bring your bind. So take your right arm around past the right leg, and your left hand comes behind the body. You can interlace the fingers here. You can also use a strap so you hold on to the strap. Or take either option. I can't even speak. Or take either option. Bringing the hands down onto your mat, lift the hips, walk them over to the left hand side. Either options. So hands down, palms together, or bringing them into your bind. What feels really good for you today? Might feel completely different from yesterday, might feel completely different for tomorrow. Just honor how that feeling is. Taking the hands down, inhale, lift the hips. So last time either side. Bringing the palms down, lifting the hips, walking it over to the left hand side. Our final Skandasana. And then placing both of the hands down onto the mat, lift the hips so you come back into your wide lunge and take a nice breath in and release the breath. Walking the hands over to your left foot. So turning or pivoting that left foot so the toes point up to the top edge of your mat. And then coming all the way onto the ball of your right foot, bending your left knee so you're back into your high lunge. When you're ready, sweep the arms over the head, sinking nice and low. A really strength and strong and energizing asana. Inhale. Exhale, bending both of the knees, arms wide into your cactus, squeeze the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Hold it here. Breathe down into your feet, into that strong foundation. Relaxing the hands down onto your mat. Press back into your plank. Flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping or jumping through to the top of your mat. Coming all the way down onto a nice seated position for me. So legs come out nice and long. Inhale, lift up through the spine. Roll the shoulders, arms lift. Exhale to a forward fold, hinging forwards from the hips. Just relax the fingertips down. Relax the palms. For some of you that find this a little bit easier, start to keep walking your hands forwards. Maybe you can interlace the hands behind the feet. If that's not for you, stay up nice and tall. That's okay as well. Taking one more inhale. Exhale. And then flowing back into our chaturanga or high plank. So press the palms, tuck the legs behind, make your own way into your plank position, your own time. When you're ready, flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Inhale, stepping or jumping through to the top of your mat, coming all the way down into a seated position. We're going to take a couple of twists. So bring the legs out nice and long. Stepping your right foot over your left thigh, or you can bring the legs slightly further down. It does depend on your hips here. And then just making sure you stay grounded through the sit bones so they really sink down into your mat. Inhale, lift up through the spine. Exhale, hugging your right knee in towards the chest, and then twisting, bringing the right fingertips all the way behind the back. So this is just pure medicine for the spine. So really enjoy it, really feel it. Slowly coming out of your twist. Inhale, lift your right arm. As you exhale, take your right arm inside of the right leg and then bring it behind the body. So you might want to take a bind here. For some of you, this might not be achievable. It wasn't for me for a very long time. So don't ever be disheartened. Enjoy the process and enjoy the journey. So maybe you've just got the arm lifted. Maybe you've got it inside of the leg and you're taking that twist. Or maybe you can bring it behind the back. Interlace the fingers for your bind. Whichever option that you're at, keep finding and growing that length. Slowly releasing. If you're in your bind, unlock the fingers. Inhale, lift both of the arms nice and high. Exhale, relax the arms down. Relax your right leg. Give everything a nice shake. We're going to flow through that vinyasa. So tucking the legs under, press through the palms, step or jump back into your plank. Flowing down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, send the hips high. Inhale, stepping or jumping into a seated position all the way down. And we will take the twist on the left-hand side of the body. So this time your left leg steps over the right thigh, or you can take it lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twisting. Left fingertips come behind the body. Really hugging that knee close to your chest. Now try not to fall back into the palm. We're just using those fingertips for a little bit of support. But the real strength will come from your core muscles. Slowly coming out of your twist, reaching the left arm nice and high. Take the left arm, the inside of the left leg. Now either bringing the right fingertips behind for your open twist, or maybe curving your left arm behind the body, bringing it to your bind. But notice if there's any differences on this side of the body. Maybe try all of the options, see what feels good, just play around with it. Slowly coming out of your twist. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, relax the arms down. Unlock the leg, give them a nice shake. And then flow back into your plank position. So however it is easiest for you to make yourself there. Come down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips down the dog. Inhale, stepping or jumping through. Coming all the way onto your mat, down onto the back of the body in a supine position. Take the knees to the chest, give yourself a nice gentle hug. Bringing the arms out nice and wide. Send the knees over to the left hand side for me. So we're really now grounding through both of the shoulders as much as we possibly can. It will deepen your twist. If you would like to extend your top leg, you can bring the left hand to the thigh, to the calf, the ankle. Inhale, lifting the legs, bring them back over the hips and send them over to the right hand side. This time ground down through the left shoulder. If you'd like to extend your top leg, feel free to do so. Inhale, lift the knees back over the hips, taking happy baby pose. Catch hold of the inside edge of the feet, press the feet to the ceiling, draw the knees down the side of the body. Maybe rocking side to side. Massage the lower back, the spine, pressing into your tailbone. Now bringing the soles of the feet together, take them down onto your mat, allow your knees to fall open. Opposite hand to opposite elbow above the head. This is your extended butterfly, so a really deeply restorative asana, a beautiful one to lead you on to meditation or savasana. Wherever you would like to go at the end of your practice today. Let's finish by taking a few breaths. Slowly bringing your palms together, taking the thumbs up towards the third eye, just in between the eyebrows. Thank you so much for joining me today for day 8 of our 31-day yoga challenge. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Namaste.